When there's a death in the family, life changes. It really changes. But what does that look like? If you're a child of 3 or a teenager of 17 or an adult, maybe in your early 30s, or the parent of an adult who has died, it's all different. So what do you do with that information, and how do you live your life? Well, here at the Lighthouse, you meet with other people who are going through exactly what you're going through. And it's a community within itself. I love the area that has all the dress-ups, so people can become somebody else.
Absolutely right. And I think that is, you're very right. Very often our kids want to escape into a different world. So very often, very small children get told at the funeral of their mother or brother or sister, he or she is now in a better place.
Yeah.
And the most beautiful thing I heard from one of our little ones, she was 5. She was dressed up all in her fairy gowns, and she was going to ride a unicorn to find her mum, because mum was in a better place.
Right.
And to her, the translation of mum being in a better place was that mum was with the unicorns. It's a beautiful, playful, imaginative way of rediscovering a connection to mum. And this 5-year-old doesn't understand yet that mum will not come back.
Right.
That will happen over time, that she will understand that. But here at Lighthouse, we're trying to keep connection to the people that have died. That's why you see our memory wall, you see the photos of the important people who have died on the shelves, because these people didn't just die. They also had a life. And here we encourage our children, our teens, our tweens, our parents, our adults to talk about that person who died. Because out there in the real world, most of us are reluctant to bring up that person.
Right.
We don't want to make it worse.
Right. So this is a great opportunity for people to actually feel in their own way, their new normal. We're in the teen room here. Let's quickly describe what we have here for teens.
So imagine for an instance, a dad has died in his 40s, mid-40s, and you are the 17-year-old daughter, and you have 2 other siblings. It is very likely that somebody at the funeral would have said to you, Deb, you are now the mother.
Yep.
You now have to be supportive there for your mother. You are taking on a semi-parenting role.
Yes.
Many, many people say this to our teens.
Yes.
And a lot of them want to step in and want to do the responsible thing, want to help. But also, the job of a teen is to push away from the family, to find the faults with their parents, to identify themselves as their own human beings in opposition to their parents.
Right.
And that is a very conflicting thing to do when your parent has died. When your sibling has died, you may seem that your parents are both struggling with the fact that their child has died and are actually absent because of grief. So you, as the eldest child in that family, may take over even more of a parenting role, and you may actually feel resentful of that. Hello, why am I holding all of this?
Right.
Where are you?
Right.
This is what our teens come to discuss. Many of our teens also come here because maybe it's a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's died. And very often teen deaths are suicides. Another whole kettle of fish.
Right.
Why did somebody die? Why did they not say goodbye? Why was this life not enough? What could I have done? What was my role? What should I, could have? All of those questions,
Right.
they are enormously heavy.
Yeah.
So even though I said this is not counseling and therapy, this is supportive of that journey.
Right.
We strongly believe grief is not a mental health problem, but this is about prevention. But some of our families and some of our participants do need something other than Lighthouse. And here we are as a resource center that is aware of what else is available in the community, what counselors or therapists or other supports are there to supplement what we can give to those families who need that little bit more.
As you've heard, when someone dies, it affects everybody's life, and we all know that. there's so much that can happen that can allow you to have your new life and enjoy it. And in our next segment, we're going to show you more of the Lighthouse.